Have you ever had encounters with the supernatural, like a supernatural experience?
I'm from Miami. I'm from where Haitians do voodoo. I'm from where, when you talk about spirits, I grew up around that. My neighbor next door to me, the 4th of July, 3 days before the 4th, they always went and bought a $40 goat. All us will grab a leg. They finna chop the head off, drain the blood. I've been making music for 20 years. You know, I went over 10 years without making a dime in this. If I was gonna join the Illuminati, I would've. Don't get me wrong, I would've. But I would've did it back then, before all my niggas went to prison. To me, it was like, yo, you mean if a nigga get a certain amount of money, you gotta say it was a spiritual being. The devil came and gave him the bag.
Destroy the child. Corrupt them all.
Like, man, I was so proud the first time I heard a nigga told me I was Illuminati. I swear to fucking God, I wanted to drink champagne and roll up some weed, and I finally made it, bitch. I'm above you stupid motherfuckers. If I knew the Illuminati was gonna pull up to my fucking house and zap niggas and you walk out to 100 million, sign me up, I'm all with it. For everybody watching, let's take them to another level.
Let's take it.
I want you to put voodoo on everybody watching. And bitch, if you watching and you don't want no voodoo, run from it, ho. But you can't run. Put the voodoo on them. Chief,
What's up?
Alright, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Barashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of GreatMillStone that rule impeccably well. And shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing this truth and sincerity across the 4 winds. Right, I just want to get into a quick video. Lord willing, you saw the clip at the start, you know, with this rapper Rick Ross, man. Basically, you know, speaking about how he would, you know, he wouldn't have a problem with joining the Illuminati. And also making reference to the Haitian voodoo that he witnessed when he was growing up. Now, you know, just watching that clip, the way that they've done it, they've tried to make it into like a comedic kind of video clip, man. But one thing you gotta know with these guys in the industry, you know, your Jay-Z's, your Kanye West, Rick Ross's, you know, Young Thugs, all of them guys, man, Lil Wayne, they've all sold their soul to the devil, man, for that fame that they got, right? It's not a joke. That stuff is real, 100% real, man. Right, that's the kind of stuff that goes down in the music industry, man. These guys work all kinds of wickedness, man. Right, you know, side by side with Esau, right? Because they've sold out. Now, you know, the first scripture I want to get into, right quick, is 1 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 11. It says, "In those days, when there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us." And that's exactly what these guys have done. Right? They've made a covenant via way of, you know, these record contracts, or it might be a movie deal, or wherever it is in this present time. They've made a covenant with Esau, man, right? In exchange for their soul. They've compromised themselves, man, right? The scriptures also tell you, you know, why Trimestyle ways to seek love, man. So to seek that love from Esau and that fame, what they've done, they've sold out, man. They've had to do all kinds of rituals and you know, abominable things to get what they have in this thing we call life on this side, man. Right? You know, for all those fast cars, the jewelry, the diamonds that they got, they had to suck rods to get that kind of shit, man. Right? They had to take it up the anal cavity to get those riches that they got in this world, man. Which is not worth it, man, because the kingdom of heaven is much more desirable than you know, taking a rod from Esau, man, and defiling yourself, right? But these guys lost patience, and the scriptures tell you, woe to those who have lost patience, man. So all these celebrities, you know, they grew up in the ghetto, they actually lost patience. They didn't want to wait on the Lord, man, right? They didn't want to believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because a lot of these guys, they've actually heard about the truth. They grew up in the hood. They've seen the apostles on the highways and the byways, man. You know, you got a lot of celebrities now that are stumbling on this truth, and that they know about the truth now. So these celebrities, they have no excuses, man, right? And it says, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow, man. So because they don't want to remain in the ghettos, Right? They want to live the high life. They've sold out, man. They've compromised themselves. They put themselves on a low level. They have no integrity, man. Right? They've turned into base men. They basically scooped down to Esau's level to get the things that, you know, Esau has in this world, man, because it's Esau's kingdom. But they don't want to wait for their own kingdom to come. They want to just take part in Esau's kingdom, man, right? So they're going to take part in Esau's punishment, man, right? Part of it, you know, them nuclear missiles are going to fall on them guys, man, right? Because they're of the stock of the two fair, at least they repent, right? Now, this is John chapter 8 and verse 44. It says, ye of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. I'll read that again. It says, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do, man. So these guys that have sold themselves out, man, right, that have compromised themselves, they're of their father the devil. They're of Esau, man. Right? On this side, they've made that pack of Esau, so they're going to get judged, man, and they're going to get taken out right beside Esau in that day, right? And they're going to have to come back in the kingdom through way of reincarnation, because on this side, they were just wicked, right? They weren't trying to do anything pertaining to righteousness. They weren't trying to hear the prophets on the streets, man. They weren't trying to follow the law, statutes, and the commandments to the best of their ability. They lost patience. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 8 and verse 2, and it says, be not at variance with a rich man, lest he overweigh thee, for gold have destroyed many. Right? And that gold has destroyed them, man. The scriptures tell you that the love of money is the root of all evil, man. And these guys love money. They love that rich life. They love that high life, man. Because they love it so much, what have they done? They've sold their soul, man. And it says that they've perverted the heart of kings. So their hearts have been perverted, man. Now these guys ain't no kings, but you know, Jake, look up to these guys, man. Your Rick Rosses and your Jay-Z's. People look at Jay-Z like he's some sort of a god, man, just because of the wealth that he has, right? So these are the people who our generation, you know, the young ones that are looking up to, man. They're looking up to these guys that have sold themselves out. If you could see what these guys were doing behind closed doors, you would see that they were nothing, man. Right? The men of the Lord are not compromising themselves to get anything in this society, man. We're waiting on Yahuwah, right? That's what you really want to wait for. You want to wait on the Lord, man, because the Lord is going to bring all things to the light, man, and the Lord is going to avenge us, you know, of our enemies, man. Right? And that's what we would rather wait. We don't want no portion with Esau in this world, man. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it to sell your soul and to be like Rick Ross and to boast about Haitian voodoo. You know, that ain't what we about, man. We're supposed to be a holy people unto the Lord thy power. Right, this is Psalms chapter 64 and verse 2, and this is King David speaking, man. And it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, man. So notice it says, hide me, man. You know, King David weren't trying to deal with these heathens, man. Right? They were his enemies, and he knew full well that they were his enemies, man. So he was praying to the Lord that, you know, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, which are the Illuminati, man. Right? That's the secret counsel of the wicked today, the illuminated ones, which really they're not illuminated in any way, shape, or form, man, because all they do is represent darkness, right? And we as Israelites, we're meant to represent the light of Yahweh Shem Shai, that knowledge, man, that wisdom. That's what we're supposed to represent, man. We're not supposed to, you know, join hand with Esau and, you know, take part in his wicked deeds, man, because we don't want to receive that judgment. So it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, as from the insurrections of the workers of iniquity. And it says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. And who's the perfect? The perfect is the Israelites, man. You Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Because basically Esau has us in a state of being confounded, man, not knowing who we are. That's why you see these stupid rappers doing the things that they do, man, because they don't know what they're worth as a people. Right? They don't know that they have that birthright, man, from the beginning, from the Genesis 25th chapter. They don't know that, man. They don't know what's in store for them in the kingdom. And some of them do know it, and they're just ignoring it because, like I said before, they've lost patience. And it says, who bend their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and they fear not, man. Right? So, hey, these guys have got to go. Right? They're sold out. They got to go. They got to die, man. It's as simple as that, man. At least they repent. They're going to die. And I don't see Rick Ross repenting anytime soon, man. Right? You know, I don't see that guy repenting. I don't see a lot of these celebrities repenting and coming into this truth, man, because they got too much money. And that money's going to keep them out of the way of the truth, man. Right? This is Mark chapter 8 and verse 36. It says, for what shall it profit a man that he should gain the whole world, you know, and lose his soul, man? It's not going to profit you nothing, man. The scriptures tell you to lay up your treasures in heaven, man. Right? Where moth and dust don't corrupt. That's where you want to lay up your spiritual treasures, man. Because all the treasures you get here on earth is corrupted, man. Right? And the things you have to do to get treasures on earth is just compromising yourself and losing your integrity, which is not worth it, man. I'd rather have those treasures stored up in heaven, man, right, and wait for the kingdom, because it takes faith to wait for the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And that's what these guys don't have. They don't have the faith of the Lord in them, man, which is why they lost patience in the first place. And faith is a gift from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. So really, they weren't chosen from the beginning. And Lord willing, we endure to the end, and we're going to be them chosen men, man. Because the riches of this world is just filthy, man. What's the point being in a higher state, being rich and having all this money, and you got the cars, but as a whole, your people are fucked up, man. You know, your people as a whole, as a nation, is fucked up. That's how you know these guys don't give a fuck about their people, man. We labor on the streets, you know, week in and week out, in season and out of season, because we want to see our people in a good place, man. Right? We want to see our people on top again, like how it's supposed to be. There's no point you being selfish and having all those riches for yourself, and meanwhile your people are still jacked up. Your people are still on drugs. Your people are still getting shot down on the streets by Esau. That don't make no sense, man. That's not no kingdom. That's just you know, breaking bread with Esau and getting your portion and leaving your people behind, man. That's why these guys got to go. All these drug dealer rappers, you know, rapping about selling cocaine, all these keys and that. These guys are going to get put to death. They're going to get grievous death from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right, this is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 8 and verse 5. And it says, if riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things, man? So if these guys were wise, man, they will seek after that wisdom from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. That salvation, right? That knowledge of the kingdom, that knowledge of Yahweh Shai, man. That's the real wisdom. That's the real treasure that you can get in this kingdom in this day and age, man. Right? There's nothing that could trump that. There ain't nothing that can trump the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in this lifetime right now that we're living in, man. Right? You see all these prophecies popping off, man. Things are moving fast. The Lord is on his way, man. So the scriptures also tell you to seek the Lord 10 times more, man. Because we're in that time right now. It's the time to gather that wisdom of the scriptures, man. Anything else outside of that is just pure bullshit. This is what we live for, man. All those fake diamonds you see these guys wearing, you know, you got the gold bracelets, you got the cars. What's that going to mean in the day of martial law, man? How is that going to save you? How is that going to benefit you in that day when all the chaos is going down? When you got your whip, you know, you got 10 whips in your garage. What are you going to do with no petrol to fill them up? What are you going to do, man? How is that going to benefit you in that day? It's not going to benefit you in that day. That's the day you're going to wish that you came into this truth, man, from the beginning. Right, get a few more scriptures. This is Proverbs 28 and verse 22. And it says, he that hasteneth to be rich have an evil eye, and considereth not that poverty shall come upon him, man. And that's all of these guys, man. You know, as soon as they take that sellout money from Esau, they think that they've made it forever, man. Even this guy, Rick Ross, he actually has a song called Rich Forever, man. Because they actually think in this kingdom they ain't gonna lose that money. And that money that they even sell out for is not even wealth, man. That's just riches. Right? Esau's got that wealth status, man. right? You guys that are just getting the crumbs from your record sales, that don't mean shit, man. That's just you being rich. When you die, Esau's gonna take all your money back anyway, right? It's not gonna get passed down to your kids. And even if it did, what's he gonna do with it? He's just gonna buy ice and buy gold with it and buy cars, man. He's not gonna invest that money, because this is not our kingdom, man. This is not our way of progress. This is not how we gonna have prosperity in this kingdom. It's not our time for prosperity, man. It's our time for punishment, right? We in slavery, we in the lowest state for a reason, man, because we went off against Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So this is the time of our punishment. It's not the time for us to try and be living it up with Esau in his kingdom, man. Right? This is the time to get serious, man. This is the time to get serious in this word. You know, see these celebrities, they're not going to make it, man. They got the money now, that's all good, but in that day of trouble, you know, we're going to have the cloak of Yahweh Shem Yahushai protecting us from all the madness that's going to be going down, man. You know? So that's really, you know, the main point of the video is that, hey, these guys, they're gonna die, man. They're gonna die a grievous death. We don't want that grievous death, man. That's why, you know, pursuant to Ezekiel chapter 3 and 17, we warn you out there, man, to get serious and get into this word. Find out who you are, you know, according to the scriptures. You know, watch out for the prophecies and come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because the time is nigh. The time is nigh, man. The Lord is coming back. He's on his way. And these celebrities are not going to make it. The bulk of these celebrities are not going to make it in this time, man. And with that, I'll say shalom.